Welcome to my channel, Everyday English Hub. Introduction. Hey everyone! Welcome to Smart Phrases for Smart People. Today, we're not just learning English. We're learning how smart people speak it. Smart phrases make you sound confident, clear, and professional. These phrases are short, powerful, and super useful in daily conversation. We'll learn how to agree politely, disagree wisely, and impress gently. By the end, you'll sound more fluent and natural than ever before. Ready to level up? Grab a notebook and let's begin. Your journey to smart English starts right here. That makes sense. First smart phrase. That makes sense. We use it when we agree or understand someone's point. Example. Oh, so you're taking the bus because it's cheaper? That makes sense. It's polite, it's logical, and it shows understanding. Don't say I agree all the time. Say that makes sense. It sounds thoughtful and real. Practice. You skipped breakfast because you were late? That makes sense. Simple, right? Smart and soft. Let's circle back. Next phrase. Let's circle back to that. This is great for meetings, talks, or any time you want to return to a topic. Instead of saying, we'll talk about this later, say this. Example. That's important, but let's circle back to it after lunch. It sounds focused and professional. Try this. We don't have all the answers now, so let's circle back tomorrow. It shows organization. Smart people plan, not panic. I'm not quite sure. Be smart. Don't pretend to know everything. Say, I'm not quite sure, instead of, I don't know. It's humble, yet confident. Example. I'm not quite sure about the numbers, but I can check. It shows honesty and responsibility. Another one. I'm not quite sure if he's coming, but I'll confirm. It builds trust. Smart people admit, not fake. I appreciate that. Gratitude can be smart too. Say, I appreciate that, instead of just, thanks. It sounds warmer, deeper, and more respectful. Example. You helped me prepare the report. I really appreciate that. Another. I appreciate your patience. I know it's been a long wait. Use it in emails, texts, or even with friends. It makes you memorable. Smart people are kind, not cold. Let me clarify. When people misunderstand you, don't fight, clarify. Use let me clarify instead of repeating or correcting aggressively. Example. Let me clarify what I meant by that. Or, let me clarify, I wasn't blaming you. It avoids conflict and builds understanding. So smart, right? Keep conversations smooth. Smart people explain, not argue. To be fair, fairness shows wisdom. Use to be fair when you want to look at both sides. Example. To be fair, he did try to call me before leaving. It shows you think critically and maturely. Another. To be fair, the traffic was really bad today. It makes you sound balanced and calm. Smart people listen, then speak. Always fair, never fast? That's a valid point. Want to agree politely even if you don't fully agree? Say, that's a valid point. Example, that's a valid point about the budget. We do need to be careful. It respects others' opinions. It builds bridges, not walls. Another, I hadn't thought of that. That's a valid point. It makes people feel heard. Smart people value perspective. If I may. Use if I may when entering a conversation politely. It's respectful and sounds professional. Example, if I may, I'd like to add something here. Or, if I may ask, what's the timeline for this project? So elegant, so smart. People will notice your confidence. It's small but powerful. Smart people speak with grace. In other words, want to explain something clearly? Use in other words. It helps break things down simply. Example, in other words, we're focusing on quality over quantity. Or, he was overqualified. In other words, too experienced for the job. It shows clarity of thought. Smart people simplify, not complicate. Use it when teaching or summarizing. I'm afraid I can't, Zoya. Learn to say no politely. I'm afraid I can't is a gentle refusal. Example, I'm afraid I can't attend the meeting. I have another commitment. Another, I'm afraid I can't help with that right now. It's kind, yet clear. No need to sound rude or cold. Smart people set boundaries. Saying no is also wisdom. That's an interesting take. Want to respond to a new idea respectfully? Say, that's an interesting take. It works even if you don't fully agree. Example, that's an interesting take on the project timeline. It shows you're listening and open-minded. Smart people encourage discussion. Use it in group talks or even social chats. Keep minds open. That's smart. Let's keep it simple. Simplicity is a superpower. Use let's keep it simple when things feel too complicated. Example, too many steps. Let's keep it simple. Or, let's keep it simple and stick to the basics. Smart doesn't mean complex. It means effective and focused. This phrase resets the tone. Smart people simplify to succeed. I'd love to help. Help others like a pro. Say, I'd love to help instead of, okay, I'll do it. Example, you need assistance? I'd love to help. It's friendly and warm. Another, I'd love to help, but I need more details. See? Helpful and smart. People trust you more. Smart people offer with heart. Closing and review. Wow! We've learned 15 smart phrases for smart people. Let's review. That makes sense. Let me clarify. I appreciate that. And more. These are not just words. They're tools for communication success. Practice them daily in your speaking, writing, and emails. Fluent English isn't about big words. It's about smart ones. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep sounding amazing. This is Zoya, reminding you, speak smart, live smart. See you in the next lesson. Stay brilliant.